everyone, my name is Ipshita and I'll be sharing how I reuse waste food material at home. First of all, I've been using leftover food, eggshell, vegetable stems as compost rather than putting.
The small things that I do to make a change in the environment is that I never leave the tap water running, no matter what. Especially during the lockdown, whether it's washing vessels or whatever it be, I make sure to turn off that tap. And second is that I drink a lot of green tea. So in my attempt and endeavor, I always at least reuse the bags at least thrice. Thank you.
Love drinking tea and I have it quite a few times throughout the day. Usually I would throw away the tea leaves after making the tea, but now I have decided to reuse them by mixing them with the soil of my potted plants. So tea leaves can actually act as a natural fertilizer for the plants, and they also work as a deterrent against plant pest or other fungal plant infections.
My name is Manvi. So, in order to reduce the carbon footprints, I have been taking part in this activity called plogging, which is basically jogging and picking up trash. So, before the pandemic happened, a couple of friends and I would go to any local park, maybe Lodhi Garden, Nehru Park, anywhere. We would jog and we would carry two jute bags with us and classify them into recyclable and non recyclable. The waste that was thrown on the ground, we would collect that and identify them as recyclable, non recyclable, and we would throw them into their respective bags. Then we would take them to compost centers, because if the waste is already distinguished, then it becomes much easier for compost collectors to identify waste. So the other thing that I have been doing is, well, I am actually a design student, so we usually get a lot of projects wherein we have to make products or we have to make artworks. So for that, I have not been buying new paper, I have not been buying new materials as such. I've tried to avoid buying things. I have been using waste like old plastic bottles, old chips packets, or any other waste, and I have been trying to recycle them into products or even artworks. And that has really helped in reducing the carbon footprints. Also, in my own house, I have been trying to switch off the AC, lights, fans, and sometimes even the Wi-Fi when people don't require it.
With growing climate change and global warming, now is the time to work towards the environment and make our surroundings better. I personally do quite a few things to make sure that my environment is cared for. For example, I use all my old water bottles, plastic bottles, PET bottles as pots for my plants. I grow money plants in them, and a lot of other microgreens which are really helpful. The other thing I do is I segregate all my waste into wet, dry, recyclable, glass, and reusable. So whenever I get like gift wrappers or cardboard boxes, I can always reuse them as projects or use them further to gift somebody else. And the recyclable material can be bottles or wrappers or chips packets, which I can use later by recycling them and recycling. I use the wet waste produced at my house as manure or fertilizer for the plants on my terrace, which is really helpful. First of all, it does not waste the material, and secondly, it gives a lot of rich nutrients to the plants. These are a few ways I work for my environment, and I hope that they were helpful and you can also use them.
Hi, I'm Rahat, and a few of my lifestyle changes towards a greener environment are: so I have switched to using bamboo toothbrushes, which would eliminate the plastic waste, and again also using these stainless steel straws for drinking any beverage. And as a part of my cosmetics or any sort of shampoo or conditioners, I am ensuring that I'm getting only glass containers for it, which can be used for storage later on. And mainly and most importantly, during this pandemic, as we cannot step out without our face masks, so I'm using these cotton cloth reusable and washable masks, which are extremely environmental friendly. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Divyan Jadhav, and I'm going to contribute in conservation of environment by using less AC and using the electronic devices in eco-friendly mode and planting some trees.
So Apurv, you've thought about doing something for climate change?
Yes, I will not use AC too much.
Okay. And
And I will grow grow trees
All right. So why do you want to do this? Why do you want to grow trees and why don't you want to use AC?
because there is very carbon dioxide and our earth is very hot also now.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Apur.
Everyone, I'm Priyani, studying in class 8, and I have started using cloth bags instead of plastic bags as they are very harmful, and I'm determined to share this idea with my friends as well and encourage them towards the movement of no plastic usage.
Hello, my name is Malvika, and for creating a sustainable environment, I pledge that I will take bath using a bucket rather than showering, and when this pandemic is over, I will travel through public transport rather than private. Thank you.
My name is Pranav Jain. I don't waste water, electricity, food. But how? When I used to wash hands, I used to close the tap, make ladders, and then I wash it later on when I rinse my hands. Second, I don't waste electricity of fan and light. So we close the light and fan when we are not using the room. Third, we don't waste food. If we waste food, then ants come. They eat whole foods. Yes. Now. Oh. Yes.
Morning everybody, I am Tejas Rana and my concern is climate change. Now, the first step in reducing climate change is to spread awareness. Spreading awareness through information sharing, communication and education, performing anti-cracker rallies, promoting reduce, reuse and recycle through rallies in public places, and forwarding educational and informative messages instead of random TikTok videos can make a huge difference. Now, as a youth division member, I haven't bursted a single firecracker since the past 4 years, and honestly it wasn't hard for me to do so. I also persuaded my friends not to burst any firecracker, and many, if not all, agreed. Planting trees can make a huge difference as well. There are 50 crore children in India alone, and if each one of them plants just one tree, this can make a huge difference and its effect on climate change will be immeasurable. Once an adult, the most basic thing I can do is to have a regular pollution check of my vehicle and maintain it every year. And opt for public transport whenever and wherever possible. Moreover, recommending this to others. So every youth listening to me, try to push yourself to contribute to control climate change. By taking smallest of steps like reducing or limiting the use of AC, conserving water, etc. Even such small steps can eventually make a big difference. And don't just do it for the sake of doing it. Do it while believing that you are doing this for yourself. After all, you are.